Hey, what's going on? I'm arifskinchen for the Plastic Wax and Donuts Hour. We're here at TFCon 2025. I am joined by the one, the only, the greatest of the quill.
Greg Weissman.
You've grown up with so many of the titles, and the current titles you love as well. But from Gargoyles to Young Justice, how do you get better than that? Quite honestly, what brings you here?
Well, I was invited, for starters. I've worked on a few Transformers shows. I wrote one episode of Prime, freelance, and I did a bunch of rescue bots for Nicole Dubuque.
Very good.
And then I was on staff for the final half season of Earthspark.
Excellent. Now, with that, coming to TFCon, what has been the energy that you felt from the family-dom? I don't even think it's fandom. I think it's like family-dom because it was like a family reunion almost, right?
It's great. It's my first time here.
Okay.
And fans are really enthusiastic, and everyone's really nice. And we had a great writers panel yesterday.
Excellent.
With Don and Nicole and Brian and Marty and I, and it was just fun. Got a bunch of great questions. Tried to give useful answers.
And to keep it moving, which is really good. Okay, so since this is TFCon, and there's so many phenomenal collectibles that are hybrids, new makings, and even original stuff, what tickles your fancy when it comes to the toys of Transformers? What excites you?
Well, it's going to sound kind of vain, but I kind of like to get toys from the shows that I personally worked on.
I just try to find jazz, bro. I swear to you. Like, I literally just look around for jazz, and it's very hard to find. Very hard to find.
So, I since I just did Earthspark, right now my biggest interest is to sort of like get all those characters that I wrote from Earthspark. So Thrash and the Earthspark version of Megatron in particular, and Optimus and Bumblebee and all those characters that. But the versions from Earthspark, I've got older versions, obviously, but now I'm trying to complete my Earthspark collection.
One last question, because I would be remiss if I don't ask. When it comes to Gargoyles, and the fandom that follows, how proud are you of your contribution and the work that you did to bring people like myself so much joy and to make us look at things differently because of an animated show?
Well, that's wonderful of you to say. I'm very proud of Gargoyles. I mean, always. I was proud of it back then. I'm proud of it still. We had our 30th anniversary last year. We had a big convention in Minneapolis. And so many fans, new and old, came. I mean, people I've known in the fandom for literally like 29 years came, some of whom I see fairly regularly, and others who I hadn't seen in 10, 15, 20 years. And that was just fantastic. And, if Gargoyles helps bring people together, I love it. And I love the show. It's why I'm still doing Gargoyles comics now, 30 years later. So
we thank you for everything you've done. Me personally, as Arifskinchen, I know that Billy would say the same. Plastic Wax and Donut Hours, you always have a place to come grab a cronut or a raised glaze.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
We thank you for your time, man. Sincerely.
Appreciate it.
TFCon 2025.
From LAX, more respect. It's CK to CK to JFK. What has she done?